Just fucking laughing.
It's not forced either. It's literally the second we push record,
It's just like a
giggle.
giggle. And I feel like my body like tense up. And my hands jittery. I don't think there's been
There's not been one single one when we start off like, "Hello, welcome to Gourmet Gamer."
I think the best intro was the first one.
Oh, it's my loogie. Oh, God,
Loogie cup.
so gross.
What's in there?
Just agua water.
Want it crisp?
Try it.
Crisp.
No. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I can hear the
The
bubble.
fizzle. The fizzle.
That's pretty awesome. Brought to you by Rockstar Energy Drink. The energy drink of rock stars. All right.
We should probably redo this.
No way. That's awesome. I like that. Okay. It is Gourmet Gamer Podcast episode
Number 5.
number 5. It is February 16th, 2014.
Uno, due.
Cinque is 5 in
Cinque? 5?
in Italian.
Yeah.
Cinco
Yeah.
is Mexican. No, what I was saying was the way we're situated.
I feel like this is we're fucking not in our rhythm yet.
we will. First off, I gotta start this real quick. So what I was saying is, I was watching the Olympics. Have you watched the Olympics at all?
No.
No.
I don't have TV.
Oh, that's right. Well, you can watch it online. I think maybe not. Anyways, God,
You can't talk and do shit on the computer.
I'm trying to. What am I? Okay. All right. Here we go. Just trying to get this timer going. All right. After the Olympics broadcast, I guess, because it's in Russia, they had the morning show. I guess I walked in on it. Michelle was watching it, and little things are starting to like interest me as far as observation because we're doing this, right? So there's a show called
Like Frankenstein.
what's it called?
Like you now have like
Get
like moral complexities.
like Wizard of Oz, like bravery and shit.
Oh shit!
That peaked pretty loud.
Yeah, did you hear it?
Fuck what I was saying. Anyways, it's the Kathy Lee and Kodo, or I don't know. It's a fucking morning news show, but it's weird because first of all, I don't get why anyone watches them because it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. And they're both trashed. It seems like they're drinking wine. Like this, I mean, there's wine bottles or glasses on their table, so they're drinking it, right?
Yeah,
That's funny in itself, but it's weird because it's like a podcast. It's just two chicks, but they're talking to the camera, not to each other. So it's weird how they do that. They're having a conversation.
but they're like, well, that's what like news people do.
Yeah, but they're not as conversational as these two are. Every once in a while they'll kind of turn to each other, but they're sitting pretty close.
Well, even on like if you watch fucking like Conan O'Brien or Jay Leno, like the chairs are facing the audience, so when they look at each other, like they have to like kind of stretch their neck back,
Look at who?
look at each other.
Who looks at each other?
I don't know, Conan O'Brien and
The guests?
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
Look at Andy? Or
No.
look at Conan?
What are you talking about?
don't know.
Like the way like talk shows are set up, like the chairs are facing the audience.
Sure, correct.
Like,
Yeah, but
Conan's desk and the guests,
all in one line. But
couch.
Conan and all the other hosts, they kind
they're kind of like
of they
back in their desk.
twerk their chairs a little bit and face them.
Twerk their chair.
Twerking is a fucking dance move. Tweak. What was the fucking word for it?
Turn.
Whatever. They turn their chair a little bit towards the guests.
Yeah, but they're still like facing the audience.
Which is weird because you don't notice that.
See, like, because the way you wanted to set it up today, you said, get on that side of the table a little more, Evan. And now we're like looking at each other.
Stargaze lovers.
Like
Get you now.
homoerotic.
Okay. Anyway, I thought that was.
I
kinda
can't look
funny.
at you when
All right, I'll keep my head down.
I don't look in people's eyes when I talk. I just look at my shoes and I kick pebbles.
All right, there we go. That's better. Keep pebbles.
Just keep my hands in my pocket.
Like all fucking little rascal. Okay, real quick, just to get us away. I made an error last podcast about Sir Run Shaw, and Will called me out on it. I kind of.
I'm sure every single fucking podcast we've done, there's been
many
millions.
errors.
Yeah,
but Will mentioned this. I think I offended him, and I generally feel bad for getting his age wrong. I said he died like 90, whatever.
He was like 98 or something.
He was 106.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Once you're over that 100, it's like, fuck, 106.
Once you're like over 70.
True. So
in America.
Little error correction
Maybe
there.
in America, Irish. I'm still on my Captain Phillips hatred.
Stupid. Okay, so that's out of the way. I am sorry.
We should once we get a soundboard, we should do that sample.
What, Captain Phillips?
Maybe in America, Irish.
God, I can't wait. Dude, that's all I'm doing this week is going to fix that soundboard. It's going to be awesome.
I feel like we're fucking peaking. I just see like flashing lights on the recorder.
We probably are.
I don't know why I'm moving the recorder back.
Like that's going to make a
picking
difference.
us up. Yeah.
Not the mics, the fucking recorder. All
I
right,
think
so,
this one's so directional.
Yeah, that one is. I can talk on the side over here and sound pretty sexy.
I can get kind of close too.
Yours is phallic looking.
Yeah.
It's like
especially when it's deep in my throat.
All right. So get that out of the way. Okay.
Wow, 106.
Yeah, that's like crazy, right?
That is crazy.
And from all accounts, he was pretty active up until not the end, but well into his 80s and 90s, man.
Wow.
So he's a pretty badass. So I am sorry, Sir Run Shaw and Mr. Will.
Thank you, Will, for pointing that
out.
I'm sure there's thousands of other
Feel
mistakes
free to
that we've
pick
made.
everything apart because there's many, many errors. I think we didn't touch on this last time, but I'm going to touch on it now. Maybe we did. I don't remember. The Lego movie, I'm going to say it again, is fucking...
Ben
who?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Because I just cut you off.
No.
Ben?
It's fucking fantastic. Like...
Ben getting good reviews.
Oh, it has been.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, dude.
it's
It's like a fucking like a 98 Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it still?
I don't know.
I think last I looked it was like 80 something.
What?
Yeah.
What son of a bitch would
People
ever...
get on there and just to fucking be different.
I gotta see, because now I'm gonna fucking destroy the internet.
Because critics aren't... Like anyone that like blogs about stuff, they take into account.
That's funny. You mentioned that because I read a bad review and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, and you ever like click their like reviews and like look at their
John's
page
review page? I'm like, you're not a fucking critic.
Junkyard John.
Yeah, what a fucking Junkyard John. Actually, I would look forward to those reviews.
Yeah.
My mom. So you know that Junkyard still does episodes, right? I think not as frequently as he did, but on YouTube,
does it just over YouTube. Yeah.
My mom was blown away so she's like, Dumpster P Theater's back. I'm like, it's been back. It's just not on fucking Channel 3 and
on K-Pal. For anyone that doesn't know, Dumpster Piece Theater was a show back when we were kids, teenagers. And it was on a local fucking really, really, really shitty, low budget local TV station.
This is way before YouTube, obviously. Way before
internet.
No.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm sorry, people.
Will call us out.
It's not 1982. Not for the internet. It was pre-YouTube and video, so this is the good old days of cable TV shows where you could like just pay a couple bucks and make your own fucking TV show, local cable station.
Yeah, and Dumpster Piece Theater was hosted by Junkyard John, Stu the Carrot, and
what?
Who's the other one? Alfonso the Rat. Jesus. Oh, that scared me.
Stu the Carrot from that show and Stu the Carrot from my show are close relatives. It's father and son.
Relatives.
It's
a way to get around just blatantly stealing.
I didn't steal it. It's an homage.
They're close cousins.
It's an homage. I got the idea from Dumpster Piece Theater. Because it's brilliant. It's funny as shit. It's a fucking
Yeah.
cat that talks. Anyways, yeah. So what's the point? Don't you say it is an awesome show.
Yeah, and they would host or they would show like old,
Shitty,
just really shitty like cult horror movies and stuff, and it would be hosted by Junkyard John and these two
puppets,
and
homemade set. It was just
a major influence on our lives.
I think it was.
I think it was too.
It's kind of tempting to talk like
Nostalgia.
this. God, that's a good one, dude.
Nostalgia.
I'm gonna write that one. Nostalgia.
You're writing that down.
I am, dude. Because I'm gonna
To
start.
put into our imaginary soundboard.
Okay, look at
Lego Movie, yeah, still 96%.
RoboCop. RoboCop is off topic here, but RoboCop the remake is at 49%. It should be 9%. What are we saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, see 96%. That's pretty.
Oh, maybe
good.
Metacritic is lower.
Oh fuck Metacritic.
I don't know how they even because people rate shit like 2 stars out of 4 or whatever, but then if you go to like Metacritic, it'll say like, oh, it got a 46, which I don't know like how they come up with those numbers.
Well, Metacritic is I could be wrong. Is more algorithm based.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus Rotten Tomatoes, any douchebag has a blog and fucking go on there.
What are these movies coming?
So
I don't even know any of these movies.
We're on RottenTomatoes.com. Everyone knows what that is. We're looking at where Lego Movie is, and it's still holding at 96%. It deserves to be 100% because it's a fucking ridiculously awesome movie. Top 3 animated movies of all time, in my opinion.
Wow, really?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that is.
I'll come back to that in a
bold.
second, but something else caught my eye. I have it down here to talk about. I saw Monuments Men this week.
Monuments Man. Where's that?
George
on?
Clooney, Matt Damon, fucking Bill Murray, John Goodman.
Yeah.
It's a true story about the Monuments Men, basically a bunch of artists and art guys that went into Germany during the World War II to recover all the stolen and lost, or the stolen art that Hitler and the Nazis were taking from the Jews and from all the museums. It's rated right now at 34%, which is lower than fucking RoboCop, which angers me. Monuments Men, while it was slow, I think it was great.
Where do you see Monuments Man?
I'm hoping over it.
Oh, that's why I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
34%. Wow, I'm impressed.
That's uncalled for. It really is. It's a slow movie, but it's fucking about art. I mean,
there's no like cool action sequences.
there's a couple. Not really though. There's a couple scenes. I think people were going into it thinking that it's like fucking like Saving Private Ryan or some bullshit or comedy,
Yeah.
but it's not.
There's a movie back in the 60s. I'm going to drop some movie knowledge.
Shit.
Movie
knowledge.
Are you really writing
Yeah.
that down for a soundboard?
I can't wait.
There's a movie back in the 60s called The Train. It's with Burt Lancaster.
Sounds familiar.
Fucking awesome. Really, really tense movie. And it's about Burt Lancaster and like a bunch of like crew and team. They're trying to stop this train, and the train is like transporting like the art that the Nazis stole.
Oh,
and
really?
It's like
it's
an
a World War
action-
II movie.
Yeah, and it's an action like suspense kind of thing about like catching this train, cutting off this train.
So they're chasing these trains. in the
Oh,
movie.
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! God, I'm peeking again.
Yeah. They're trying to get to these certain places before the Nazis can. They're trying to figure out where they're taking all this stuff, and they know they're on some trains. They're not concentrating on the trains, but the trains are mentioned because they have some maps and like, okay, where the fuck are they going? Where are they hiding this stuff?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I gotta see that now.
Ew. That was gross.
Internet, the whole world heard that. That's gross.
That came from like my bowels.
Bathroom break.
I can't wait to get to that
I can't wait.
soundboard.
Nothing but fucking sound clips.
So it's probably based on the same story.
Well, I don't know because maybe so. I mean,
based on the true story of the. Well, now Google the train. Yeah.
you think it's gonna be on here?
I don't know.
Let's try.
Internet's slow, or did
Yeah.
you just not hit enter?
It's trying. The internet's super slow right now.
Anyway, you say really the Lego Movie top 3?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So back to that Lego movie.
Yeah.
Iron Giant.
Iron Giant, really?
Yes. Don't fucking say a word. No one. There's only a few.
I liked it.
There's only a few people that understand how the love I have for Iron Giant. And there are only a handful of people that have the same similar love for it. I don't know why. I think it's beautiful as far as the animation goes. It's one of the first hand-drawn / digital animated movies. I think
That's true. Yeah, I
the
remember
first.
when there was a big hoopla.
Yeah.
When it came out.
Story, I don't know. It's just a beginning.
Story wise, this is where I kind of had like a problem with it. It's E.T. with a robot.
Fucking who cares? Fine.
And
everyone
E.T. is awesome.
I don't like E.T.
You don't like E.T.?
Let me
You
rephrase
have a
that.
fucking E.T. figure.
I know
somewhere.
I like
right there.
I like E.T. But not. I'm not.
You like E.T. But
No,
not.
I don't hate the movie. But some people are like, oh my god, E.T. one of the coolest movies ever. I like E.T.
There would be no Iron Giant without E.T.
That's a bold statement. That's a
not
stretch.
bold.
Anyways,
It's the same exact.
it is the same
story.
It is. Wait, what am I doing? Iron Giant? No. Oh yeah. Okay. So Iron Giant number 1. Lego Movie number 2.
Wow.
Wreck-It Ralph number 3.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now those
Awesome
are very.
movie.
I feel kind of like a douchebag because those are all very maybe not Iron Giant because that's kind of a not everyone knows what Iron Giant is. Very very pop
Iron
movies.
Giant's hugely popular.
Yeah, but I guarantee you walk down the street, ask a mom or a average person who's seen Iron Giant, what?
I think ever since like Pixar dropped and
But have
became...
you seen Lego Movie or Wreck-It Ralph? Yes, that's my point.
I don't know about Wreck-It Ralph. I don't think that is that popular among people. It should be. Fucking
It is,
I
dude.
love that movie. When did I? Well, shit. Now we're
Jumping it. Okay, while that's searching, what are we looking up?
What are we looking up?
Wreck-It Ralph? What?
Oh, when did Wreck-It Ralph come out?
I don't know. 2 years
Our
ago?
timelines
Are so fucked,
especially
man.
yours.
God.
It came out in the 70s. Wow, just 2012.
I said 2 years. Yeah, 2012. It's got a 7.8.
That I don't know what else came out in 2012, but that is definitely one of the best, if not the best movie.
I'm telling you, if
2012.
you like Wreck-It Ralph, you'll equally love Lego. They're very similar.
Huh. I'm gonna see.
Man, you gotta
Lego
see it,
movie.
dude. It's so good. Like they just released some bloopers last week, last week.
I saw that. I didn't like see it on
dude,
on
they're
YouTube
fucking
or whatever.
hilarious.
But
don't watch it yet. 'Cause you have to watch the
I'm
movie.
not
They'll-
gonna watch it.
They'll be 1,000 times more funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Iron Giant, Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph.
Wow.
No, as I was saying, I feel kind of bad. There's probably other more critically acclaimed animation out there.
Yeah.
That I feel like I should probably like over those two kind of pop culture movies or mainstream movies, but I can't think of any.
I mean, there's tons.
I know.
Bambi.
Jesus Christ.
How dare you, fucking Bambi?
Really?
Are you serious?
For what?
Bambi's one of the greatest fucking not animated, just the greatest movies
What?
of all time. Bambi.
Yes, I know. I have it on. I think I have it on Blu-ray or DVD.
And you watched it.
Yes, I've watched it.
With the deer and
Bambi's
Thumper.
mom dies.
Don't spoiler alert. That's what we need. We need spoiler alert
yeah,
on
spoiler
our
alert.
soundboard. We should just this podcast should just be fucking
Trying
cool,
to think of sound effects.
cool phrases and stuff.
Spoiler alert. Each one is an explosion. Then nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Okay, so Bambi. Yeah.
Could definitely be top.
Animation, groundbreaking, yes. Animation wise,
You want some fucking groundbreaking stuff?
is this a movie knowledge?
Movie knowledge. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I think I had that too.
You should have that. Everyone should have that.
Like I think I have it on the Blu-ray special edition when it came out.
Fucking bastard. First feature-length animated movie ever.
What?
Snow White. Yeah. Which? Wow, that's hard. Top 3 animated movies.
Like how do you? I mean, like I chose as how much I enjoyed them. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like you're right.
It's-
Maybe because of what they did for animation, they probably should be included in there. But
Not just that. I mean, just the emotion and like storytelling.
Disney was a Nazi.
I don't care. I don't care if Hitler fucking hand drew those movies.
Dude, that's another
those are
thing.
Great fucking movies.
If you are on the fence about Hitler, for anyone out there, Monuments Man will fucking take you over that. He is such. They don't really show him ever. I mean, you see him, but god damn, he is an evil. Like, it's crazy.
Just kicking babies.
God, it's like, wow.
Did you see Inglourious Bastards?
No, I don't want to. Like, I don't
Refuse to?
I don't refuse to. I watched the opening scene, which is I love. I'll watch the opening scene, opening act, story, what I call it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it every single time because I love it. That fucking scene in the farmhouse is
Tense.
Is
and just
tense. And what's the name? The German guy, the actor, is brilliant.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
But once that act goes into I guess France, I turn it off. I can't get into it. Or maybe after the bear.
It's kind of a weird movie to take in at first. I mean, all of Tarantino's stuff,
Tarantino's
you can say
trash movies
is like, oh, it's weird because things are backwards or whatever.
Fucking can't stand it.
I don't care.
You're done with him, right? Because he's fucking overrated.
Not done. Like, I just don't care. Like, I watched Inglourious Bastards with no judgment.
I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I think that movie had just these long. I wish you saw it now. It had these like really long just dialogue.
All those fucking
scenes.
movies are dialogue.
It's kind of different in this one because it slowly just builds like this tension. Like in the opening scene, yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that, and there's stuff that like that part was stupid or whatever, but it was cool. I don't mind that movie.
I think literally the only Tarantino movie that I really like that just he did, not collaboration with him and Rodriguez or whatever, is Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, yeah. Reservoir Dogs is awesome.
Yeah.
Which I mean, and you could say, see what we should explain, like what has bothered us about Tarantino is that he's
which sucks because no one listens to me when I tell him that.
You could say lifted.
No, he doesn't, and he's not paying like tribute. He fucking straight out rips off shit,
steals lines.
No one would know better.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff that he takes from was
obscure,
like, old like Hong Kong, like
Kill Bill is a scene for scene fucking. I'm getting flustered.
You're getting all red. Your brow's sweating. Let's go all the way back to Reservoir Dogs. It was a almost direct influence remake, whatever you want to call it, of City on Fire, which was an old 80s Hong Kong action movie with the same plot line, same characters, same this and that. But it's not an outright ripoff, even though it's like the same exact plot. If that makes sense. Because there is a lot of stuff done differently.
Okay.
And he like mixed up his structure and told everything differently. And it was cool. Like the choices he made was cool, even though it was very much based / stolen / homage to City on Fire.
Like, I think the only movie that I think he can get away with saying it was not a ripoff was maybe Pulp Fiction.
There's actually
and Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown, yeah.
Jackie Brown, of all his movies, is very much a tribute to 70s black exploitation movies.
I think the problem with...
And I like Jackie Brown. Most people don't like Jackie Brown. It's probably his least favorite...
and kind of least talked about
movie. But I like that one. Because it's not like... if you're a movie guy, you would have seen this fucking 20 years ago.
And there's... Did you ever see Death Proof?
No, I've not seen either one of them.
Dude, you should see Planet Terror. It's fucking awesome.
I'll see anything about
It's really, really, really just awesome, fun, exploitation trash. But Death Proof wasn't that good. Like, it was slow. There was very, very cool parts, but it was just too slow moving. It didn't seem like a grindhouse movie
versus
very much
Planet
compared
Terror
to Planet Terror.
Yeah.
I think the problem with Tarantino and I mean, okay. I think with him, he loves these movies so much that it's almost like hard for him to
we had the same problem.
do his own stuff. Even though he does. Pulp Fiction was
pretty original.
Very much original. And like there's a lot of like influence. Like, you know, he jacked a lot of stuff. But it still came across like this is a very original movie, you know. But I think when you're so influenced and so have like so much of a love for something, like you can't really do your own thing just inspired by it. Like you just start like ripping it off because you love it so much and you can't like think originally.
So I agree with that up until Kill Bill. I really have I have such a big problem with Kill Bill. Like it's overwhelmingly. Because what was I getting? I'm getting flushed talking about it. Because being how we grew up watching Hong Kong movies, even they were still at the point at that when we were growing up, still very much a rarity. You couldn't just get them anywhere.
Huge rarity.
But
no one even knew like Jackie Chan.
Yeah, right. Jackie Chan wasn't. Rumble in Bronx wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
Even after Rumble in Bronx came out, he still didn't kind of jump yet.
Yeah.
This is many movies before Rumble in Bronx came out. So we had kind of in our what's the word? Our being. I can't even think of the word. Anyways,
we have our being.
So when I saw Kill Bill 1, I was like, I could have put up a number of movies and like frame to frame.
Yeah.
And they're literally the same thing.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line as far as he can't help himself.
Yeah. And I think like I don't know his actual I don't know him.
He's a douchebag.
But
I've been a couple times.
We actually did.
We did.
Yeah.
Name drop.
That's no. I think he loves shit too much to not interject it into his own stuff.
Like
maybe he's deliberately just copying it, thinking no one will know.
Because most people don't.
Yeah.
Mostly the mainstream audience is like, oh my god, brilliant.
Yeah.
While this handful of douchebags like us, like, no, it's not brilliant.
But he took that line from it. And maybe like we're just snobs.
We're dicks. I agree. Yeah, we're the dicks. I get called that all the time when I call Quentin Tarantino's shit bull. That was awesome. That's my new phrase. His shit bull.
Yeah, that's like I'm kind of like just because it used to bother me a lot. Like fucking Tarantino. Like I would have the same feelings, but I'm just kind of I'm done with him. Just
like what's the last movie?
I'm not done with him because like if he comes out like I saw Inglourious Basterds and just enjoyed it and liked it and just
Is that his last movie? Oh no, Django and Jane. I didn't see that. I
didn't see that either. Yeah, and there's the Django movies, which are these rare fucking Italian westerns that no one's seen.
Only 5 people, and 2 of us are in the room,
and then fucking along comes Django and Jane, and people think, oh, what's this Django character? Which it has nothing to do with those movies, but then like the name's lifted, and then it's like just. But still, like I'm just done.
Like 4 Rooms, love 4 Rooms. Fucking
his segment was funny,
dude. I love 4 Rooms. Yeah, I mean, I think when he works like with other people, like Robert, it's brilliant. Dude, fucking Dusk Till Dawn is. I know Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Is awesome.
Do you know who originally came up with the?
Oh, I don't know.
With the synopsis and everything for movie knowledge. Who came up with the story and fucking synopsis and everything from Dusk Till Dawn?
Ronald Reagan.
No, I almost thought you were gonna actually answer.
That'd be awesome.
Robert Kurtzman from K&B Effects
No
Group.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, he's in all the. I mean, makeup's in it.
Yeah, but he was the one that actually had the idea, wrote the synopsis, tried to
So
get
once
it made.
again, Tarantino
Just
jacked some shit.
took it and took all the credit.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I just found that out. Like I had no idea.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Movie knowledge.
Okay. So back to the train.
But yeah, anyway, I'm done hating on Tarantino.
So
you know
am I.
who's also like a big lover of movies, and it kind of comes out like he almost doesn't have his own thing. Is Eli Roth.
Oh, don't get me started on that fucking God Almighty, dude. I don't get why he is even in movies.
It's weird. Like he's like the face of horror. Like
Which
he's a big
drives
horror
me
like
fucking nuts. I know.
Person.
But have you seen his movies?
Yeah, I think I've seen almost all of his movies.
I was in a hotel, I think, in the middle of the desert. I watched The Hostel, and I would have rather Hostel, whatever Hostel. I've watched the paint and the blood splatter dry on this hotel room, then finish watching that fucking movie.
Watch the. I was gonna say something dirty. Never mind.
Self-centered. Since God damn.
Did something got quiet? Oh, anyway, like I think he's a big. He just loves fucking horror movies so much that it comes out.
Too.
Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
Oh, dude.
Physically ill.
Yeah,
that movie
I agree.
I agree. Not like because it was gross or dirty effects or anything.
Like it was so
But
bad.
Yeah.
So like you
fucking
think
awful
that
movie.
someone that's such a horror buff, self-proclaimed and otherwise, would be able to make a better horror movie.
You would think, right? Yeah.
Because I think Cabin was his first movie, right?
Was his first, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking horrendous. Hostel, fucking horrendous. I don't get torture porn.
Did you see Hostel 2?
No, I don't. Why would I see part 2 when one?
I don't know. I did. And I hate it.
Thinking it's gonna
Hostel.
get better or something.
I don't know why I want. I think just because I want to have hope for horror movies.
Sadistic, dude.
So I watched, rented Hostel 2. It was a lot better than Hostel 1, but that's not
saying much.
Saying anything. But it's weird because I don't.
Like my heroin addiction is not as bad as my meth addiction. That's what you're saying.
I think. Because before I used to I hate it. They're stealing. And they're not making things good.
I'm not doing anything.
They're not making the things I want. But I think because they love like these movies and they love loving passionate fans of movies. I think that they're probably cool. And they'd be cool to like hang out with.
Oh, personally.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think he generally comes off as a cool dude.
I'm
not saying that.
All like sincerely
Not Tarantino.
love.
Tarantino's a dick.
They love movies. Did you hear Tarantino is? I guess his script leaked because he was like sending his script to,
intentionally.
It was intentional.
Fucking it's intentional.
No, I don't know. He's like suing some actor or something.
Yeah, what was I remember that was a couple like last month. It was for a new movie he's working on. Yeah, I forgot. I don't care what anyone says. Scripts, movies, anything nowadays are not accidentally leaked. They're force leaked because that
I don't know.
It's
easy to leak shit.
Yeah, maybe not, maybe so, but the second it's leaked, especially if you're like Quentin Tarantino or some kind of popular TV show, whatever, fucking buzz out the ass, dude. Now everyone knows about this movie, regardless of good or bad.
Right? Yeah.
It's like publicity out the wazoo.
Stunts.
Yeah, it's like fuck whatever, dick. Once again, he's a dick. Fuck Tarantino. Eli Roth, however, shitty movies, probably cool dude.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Good Tarantino could be cool for all.
He's a
all
dick,
we know.
dude. Wasn't he a dick to us?
I don't know. I think just drones of people like following him around.
Where did we meet him at?
Weekend of Horrors.
For what though?
It was around Dusk Till Dawn. He was actually like on the floor, like buying shit. Like he was buying cool movies.
And we just walked
stuff.
up to him?
And he was, I don't know, he was just there. Like, hey. It's
or did he talk to
Tarantino.
us?
I think.
I remember someone talked to us.
No, okay. You said. This is from your words. You're probably fucking lying. You said, hey, like, Quentin, this is a cool movie or some shit, and he bought it. Or something
I'm going
like
to stick with that.
That was a long time ago.
I wouldn't remember otherwise, but I'm sticking. That's a cool story. Tell my grandkids. He's probably like, fuck you, dude.
Get out of my way, shitbag.
Did I actually say that?
This is your words. This is, you said you recommended some like Jackie Chan movie.
That's fucking rad.
Which I doubt. You're probably just lying.
Oh, we're like 12 years old.
But even so, like if you think of that, like, dude, it's Quentin Tarantino. He's a huge dude. This was like after Pulp Fiction. Fucking Tarantino was huge, and his influence.
That's weird.
Was
he
huge.
wasn't mobbed like that then, walking around.
I mean, yeah, like people were following him everywhere.
Were they?
Yeah, but like think of that. Like that's pretty cool. Like he's just walking around like
Then
as
again,
a fan.
Then again, it's Weekend of Horrors.
And
And
just-
just like a little shitty hotel.
But still, like he's just there, like buying movies, buying posters and stuff. Like that's cool. Big fan, cool guy. Maybe.
Well, we
What's the
went,
point?
we went way off.
So the train.
Let's go back to the train. So I'm reading the synopsis here. The Train, 1964. It's a 7.9 rating. It's got a badass poster. In 1944, a German colonel leads a train with French art treasures to send. Wait, German.
Send to
the
Germany.
resistance must stop it without damaging the cargo. So it's similar. It's the French resistance.
Yeah.
They're trying to get it back versus the soldiers and the GIs trying to get it. However, in Monuments Men, the resistance helps them. Try to
Which might be like this.
possibly maybe back. They don't mention anything on soldiers in here, but that's pretty. I'm gonna check it out. It's pretty badass.
It's a badass, tense movie.
Black and white.
Yeah. Allied forces approach Paris. Blah blah blah. I mean, it's probably like this might be like a little spin-off of the true story. See, yeah, the character.
I think
Something.
she is in.
Oh, and Monuments Men.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like this has to be based on the same story. Oh my god.
Does it mention
You got
anything about
burps?
remake? Maybe people aren't talking about it here.
If you were to remake this, who would you put in it?
No one, you fucking dick.
Okay.
Don't
Or John Goodman and Bill Murray.
Anyways, I'll have to check that out. That looks pretty good. It was different. That's why I like Monuments Men. It wasn't your typical World War II movie, you know, all action.
Yeah,
all
neither
that.
is this.
It was slow. I'll give it that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had a cool little soundtrack to it. It was very Ocean's 11-y kind of.
I didn't like the new Ocean's 11.
I don't mind it. It's a remake. I don't mind it. I probably haven't watched it after the first time, but that style that it's shot in,
Yeah.
story wise,
Yeah.
it's got that going with this little Saving Private Ryan, little stripes maybe in there also. It's weird. It's kind of hard.
Maybe that's why like no one knew what to make of it.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of a hodgepodge of different kind of movies, but I liked it. The soundtrack's really cool. It's kind of hard to explain how it went. It was kind of goofy, but
Dubstep.
a little Skrillex.
Whoa.
Anyways, move on. Gosh, we got way off there. I recommend Monuments Men. I would have George Clooney's Babies as I would Matt Damon's. Anyways, we talked about Lego Movie. Yeah, Lego Movie top 3. What's your top 3?
I don't know.
You
That's
mentioned
a hard
Bambi
one.
and
Snow White.
Snow White.
How about Pinocchio?
God,
Those
get
early
off Disney jock,
first like
dude.
3.
Jesus.
Those first like 3-4 early Disney movies are just fucking
Nothing Japanese.
phenomenal.
Nothing Japanese.
Dude, man, that's a hard.
It's really hard.
I don't know if I could do just 3.
I should ask Alina
because there's so many.
Alina's
different
because Alina's
ones.
going to school. She is being shown lots of animation, really obscure shit. I guarantee she would say some shit so off left that we'd be like, "What?"
I've been watching like a lot of. I'm getting back into anime.
Yeah.
Straight up, the best anime movie I've ever seen.
Just
anime.
Okay.
This is just anime. And I would probably put this in top 3. It's this movie called Perfect Blue.
Never heard of that.
No one's ever heard of it.
Wow.
It's like mid 90s anime movie. Fucking just phenomenal. Speaking of people lifting shit and just copying stuff straight out, Black Swan totally ripped that movie off.
The anime
Ripped off Perfect Blue, the anime.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Google right now Black Swan Perfect Blue, and I'm sure you'll find
people
some
comparing
knowledgeable gentleman
Let's see.
saying that it was lifted.
Black Swan. I still haven't seen Black Swan.
Oh, you've never seen Black
I
Swan?
want to.
Dude,
If anything for the one scene, but
so you know that.
I know that.
Perfect Blue.
see
it popped up.
I love Google.
See, 7 classic
it's
movies.
fucking
And
another list.
We always, 7 classic movies you didn't know were ripoffs.
You know, we could have probably really talked about Matrix. I mean, I would call it a ripoff because
there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I don't know if that's
okay.
fair.
So we're going down a fuck. It's only 7, so we should be able to get through 7 pretty quickly. This is actually a cracked.com. We have not visited cracked.com yet. This is 7 classic movies you didn't know were ripoffs. Pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. The first one is Pirates of the Caribbean. Is suspiciously similar to the game The Secret of Monk Island.
Oh, similar to the game.
I've never played The Secret of Monkey Island. I've heard nothing but great things about it, so I can't really say.
I haven't even heard of that game.
Oh, really? Oh, it's pretty good. I don't know why I said that.
This seems like a really obvious one. Everyone knows Pirates of the Caribbean.
I can't really
comment
compare it
there.
to it, yeah. You never played this? They just remade it, I think, or HD version of it. It was a 90s game.
No.
Yeah.
What system was it for?
Oh, mine PC.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why. There's a lot of games on just PC that I would just love to play, but I hate playing games on
I know it's hard,
fucking
dude.
PC. Like I can't I got fat
Like
fingers.
the only
that are
game I'll
just
play is
slamming a bunch
Age of
of
Empires.
keys. Even that is just hard.
You have to play it on keyboard though. There's no way to play it.
Wait, what'd you say?
Age of Empires on the PC. You can't play it on the console. I mean, you could. That'd be weird though. I mean, there's too much.
I heard you wrong.
The Matrix.
I can't control shit on a keyboard. It's frustrating.
The Matrix was a comic book. I never heard this comparison to the Matrix. I want to move on.
The Matrix was a comic book, like the comic book Matrix.
No, called The Invisibles. A
Invisibles.
cult comic book series created by Grant Morrison. It's basically about a group of individuals that fight the establishment because the establishment is secretly keeping people dumb and hiding the fact that reality is an illusion.
There's a lot of movies like that though. Wow, dude, they did rip this off.
That's pretty
if
bad.
you start looking at the pictures and
Jesus Christ,
like the comic book images compared to the movie, it's the same thing. Wow, I didn't know that.
Black
Swan was a Japanese cartoon.
The best thriller.
The ballet theory. The blast.
The ballet thriller Black Swan had all the ingredients of a great indie film, a psychologically tense plot, plenty of weird / artsy visuals, a French person, and Hollywood starlets desperate to break away from their good girl image. And there it goes. A Japanese cartoon of all things.
See, same
Perfect
images.
Blue.
See? Ugh, that's so annoying. Reminds me of Tarantino.
God, wow. I never knew
Straight
that.
up ripoffs. Yeah, anyway, back to...
How do you copy shit like that?
Because who knows about Perfect Blue?
Oh my God, look at those.
It's the exact same images. Yeah, and they do like the same kind of shit. Like these scenes are exact ripoffs of Perfect Blue. Black Swan is awesome. I know. I
want to see it.
I would have to say it has to be in my top 3.
Really?
Animated movies.
Interesting.
It's fucking just fascinating.
So that's.
Did we skip one?
I'm just kind of just jumping here.
Wild Wild West was some
shitty movies I don't care about.
The Terminator.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Was a bunch of Harlan Ellison sci-fi
That's not really.
stories.
Everyone knows that.
See, and
it's more than just a bunch. Like,
there's some shit that is they're almost tropes, where like there's time travel, so shit goes along with time travel, and you kill someone in the past. Like that's been.
Well, the problem is we've been around. Movies have been around for 100 years to keep it even. A lot has happened in 100 years, media-wise, movies,
there's
comic
so
books,
much
books, right?
Stuff. So
it's kind of nearly impossible not to borrow.
Yeah,
like you're saying, Quentin Tarantino can't help it. There's nothing. There's literally nothing original anymore. It's impossible.
Right? Yeah.
There's so much. We're inundated with content and just.
They
media.
say like there's like some quote or something. There's only really 7 stories,
right,
or something
exactly,
that are being told, which is almost true. Reservoir Dogs was a film from Hong Kong. Wow.
I like that. It says was a film. That's pretty bold. The other one's like kind of like, and then was a film
Reservoir Dogs was a film from Hong Kong. Okay, we gotta read this. Few directorial debuts have had the cultural impact of 1992's Reservoir Dogs. Pulp Fiction is the first Tarantino film you're likely to have seen, but Dogs started it all. The out-of-order storytelling, the filthy dialogue, the black suits, pop culture references. Despite the distinct look of blah, blah, blah. In 1987, Hong Kong action film City on Fire. I'm glad we found this list. This actually tied into this weird. In a 1987 Hong Kong action film, City on Fire, starring a pre-American famed Chow Yun-fat.
So young right there, man.
Now, saying that Quentin Tarantino borrows heavily from Asian films is about as original as saying that Quentin Tarantino borrows heavily from all other kinds of films. But hold on. This one is different. If only because it's the exact same movie,
That's so
but
rad.
with matchy suits.
This is the raddest
Jewel
ever.
thieves decide to steal a load of diamonds at the behest of an older criminal boss. While robbing the jewelry store, blah, blah, blah. And in case you lost track, that was the plot of City on Fire we were just describing, not Reservoir Dogs. Shit, I should have read that whole thing. Anyway, Tarantino didn't just borrow a character or a scene or a subplot. He ripped off the whole story and then replaced all the dialogue with pop culture trivia, as if he was doing some kind of pop-up video version of the same movie, but with white guys.
Check this out.
If you need a visual aid, director Mike White put together a handy 10-minute documentary in 1994 showing the similarities between the two films, titled Who Do You Think You're Fooling?
That's rad. I gotta watch that.
Oh, and did we mention that Tarantino dedicated the script of Reservoir Dogs to Chow Yun-fat? Oh, no shit.
I know that.
And that he's also been quoted as saying, "I love City on Fire. I got the poster, framed it in my house, so it's a great movie. And Ringo Lam is like my second favorite after Jackie Chan, third favorite of all the Hong Kong directors." Well, that's good. At least he gave a shout out.
As he's
which
fucking
probably
him
had no context.
fucking him in the
to
ass, and then, hey, I
Reservoir
like your
Dogs.
movie. God, that's funny, dude. Like, literally, number one, it is full on the same movie.
But I mean, to be fair, I liked Reservoir Dogs.
I know.
And the fact it being
We're hypocrites, dude.
ripped off. And we could go into our remakes fucking segment now, but
God, we shouldn't do
for
this.
some reason you just want to put it off.
Because it's a long discussion. But think about this. I always get called out for this shit because we're both very anti-remake. But what?
Hold on, because
What?
do you really want to go into?
No, just real quick. I'm gonna start it and stop it quickly, but just keep this on your head. What's the greatest remake of all time? Like universally, critically agreed upon. I shouldn't say horror shit.
The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing. The Thing.
I really have lots to say on remakes.
God damn it.
Fuck it, we'll get to it.
I think
later.
we need to dedicate literally to one podcast just to remakes.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of blew it so far. It's
7
48 minutes into this or whatever.
All right. Let's talk about Last of Us DLC. I have not got it. I'm not going to get it. I stand by my words. I don't get DLC. Thoughts?
Okay. Just speaking DLC
I saw a review. Said it was pretty good.
Just DLCs in general.
Go.
Did you play... I don't even know if it's considered DLC. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare?
I have not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to? It's completely different than Red Dead Redemption. It is just a whole little side fun quest game.
Yeah, I didn't. The only DLC I've ever got was for fighting games. When you get you buy a new character in the game.
See, I don't like any of that shit.
I feel like I'm getting something permanent. That's kind of a weird way to say it, but that's the only time I ever purchased DLC. Other than that, I have not.
Like, I hate those
story-wise
things. Like, 99 cents, and you could give them like a Mexican flag.
I won't do that. I won't do that.
Yeah,
but for a full-on character I can play.
See that? I would rather much have just a whole little side
there's no story
game. See, some I don't think do like DLCs for like Call of Duty or whatever. It's just like new maps.
I'll do maps.
But even that's like not
because
cool. I'd rather have like a new experience.
Think about it. You're done though after that.
After what?
After that experience, you're done. Once again, you're done.
Which is fine.
You spent 2 hours, $15, and you're done. A map you can play
continuously
forever.
Yeah.
A character you can play continuously ever.
Continuously ever.
Continuously forever. So there's more. I think there's more value. I'm not saying that there's no value in these extra content because obviously they put a lot of hard work and all that, but more bang for your buck, in my opinion, when you get to utilize it longer.
But there's always like a point where you're just done with a game. For me, anyway.
Any game,
yeah,
right. That's what my point exactly.
So like it does. Like, even if I got, like, fucking Call of Duty, but I got,
it depends who you are.
I'm in New York or whatever.
But some guys are still playing Call of Duty for years. I'm not. I mean, I'm starting to get burnt out on Battlefield.
Yeah, there's a point where it doesn't matter. Like, you're just done with that new map anyway.
Right.
I could see, like, if the game came out, like, a couple months ago and there's still, like, new content and you're just playing and then you're getting all this stuff and it will kind of give some lasting value. I don't know. There's
pros and cons.
There's reasons to why DLCs exist. Anyway, The Last of Us DLC. The Last of Us Left Behind just came out.
Did.
So this is the first scoop. This is what you're gonna hear it here first, folks.
Pay no attention to all the other reviews already out.
New content is coming out. And I downloaded it.
How much was it?
$15.
$15 for 2 hours, right?
I don't know. Look, I read a lot of stuff after I finished playing it. Like, it's $15. I finished it in an hour.
I don't see that.
A lot of people are saying it only took me 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours, whatever.
If you played an hour, you didn't do anything.
I played for probably over 5 hours. I play shit a lot differently.
I play the same way you like right now I'm playing Xbox Gold Edition, Dead Island. It's not an edition, but it's free, right? So I get all the free ones. I could probably come done the game days ago.
Yeah.
But I'm literally finding every possible thing that you can find. And do.
Yeah.
You meet people and they'll give you a quest. Hey, can you do this for me? And you can do yes or no. Fucking yes. I have literally hundreds of quests.
Yeah.
So I won't turn down shit.
There's a lot especially like with survival horror games, like where there's like kind of suspenseful tension parts. Like I'll play shit like really slow and just like wait and
That's
listen,
different.
and then, like I'll even like move the camera like around me and stuff, and do like a little zoom into my face and shit. And like that's like how I'll play shit. Like I'll make it almost like a movie.
Are you naked on the floor doing this?
Just, yeah, totally.
The bowl of cereal.
Like spaghetti stains on my chest. And yeah, so same with the Last of Us DLC. Like I milked that shit. Like I looked everywhere, fucking looked at posters on the
You
wall.
kind of have to though.
Yeah,
It's that immersive.
Yeah, and it looks so just fucking phenomenal that you just want to look at all this stuff. And yeah, I don't get like people that just blow through
a game,
especially like if it's really like stealth based and like tension based.
You know what's funny about that? The guys that blow through games like that are the same guys that complain like the graphics suck on a game, right? But they don't ever sit back and kind of enjoy the game for what, like, as far as the build,
yeah,
you know, the art and everything that went into that game and the environment.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot. You could probably plop down in a room on Last of Us or say Dead Island or whatever, and just sit there and just look around. Just look around. Little things,
dude.
Little, you know, posters, cracks in the wall.
I'm glad we're kind of getting into just like looking at shit.
Right, exactly.
Because
someone had to like program like a soda can or a poster.
Yeah,
a poster you never see.
Yeah.
You never would see it. They made a poster on a wall.
And fucking went through like all this stuff and like Photoshop, found like fonts and stuff, and just it's weird because it's reasons like that this is a whole side.
It is it really is.
Like I'll watch a movie and like, oh my god, this movie is like fucking awful. This is a piece of shit. I hate this movie. I hate it. But then like sometimes I'll think like, you know what, like picture this actress that, you know, got the lead role in this movie. And let's say it's like a shitty actress, unknown actress in some really shitty low budget movie. Like if you think of it, like she probably like, you know, read the script, had like an audition, and got like really excited that she like got the part and stuff, and like told her family, and like all these like, you know, people are building like props and stuff and doing like all this hard work just for like this shitty movie.
Yeah.
But if you think of it, like so much hard work and passion and like excitement went into it, even though like the end product's not good, it's still like you have to like appreciate something, just like the craft of it.
The craft, yeah.
And and if you put yourself in like someone's shoes, like wow, like ooh, we got funding for, you know, fucking the dead are knocking at the door or whatever. Like, dude, yeah, someone just gave us like $300,000 to do it, and like you get excited. Like there's a whole lot of stories into like this shit being created that ends up sucking.
Yeah,
anyway,
I, mean, I really God, yeah, we could probably talk, but I really like when I play video games and movies too, to a certain extent, but video games really, I pay attention to everything. The little things, the littlest things impress me in video games,
dude.
And not grand fucking epic things, the little things.
Yeah,
just I mean, small details like wow, someone. It's just it blows my mind.
The shit going on in like the subtle thing, especially in like The Last of Us, and big fucking one for me was Beyond Two Souls. Like all this, just this subtle like it's like it's acting. Like you're just watching people act and like put on performances and just do like the subtle
like
stuff.
What's the game? Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The sun in Tomb Raider.
Didn't you send me a picture?
I might have.
Yeah, you texted me a picture. Like,
blew
oh my god,
my mind. Yes, it blew my mind. I literally sat there on this cliff and just watched the sun.
Yeah,
because it was so bright and so just awestruck. I was like, I'm gonna sit here and watch the sunrise.
Yeah, and
forget everything else.
Yeah, there's a lot of like little parts in Last of Us that I was just doing that like wow, like oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Especially in those post-apocalypse kind of movies where things are kind of just a mess and shoveled and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a single room could be full of just all kinds of shit.
Just so many fucking details.
Yeah.
That like when you just like blow through a game,
you miss
"Ugh, this
everything."
is short, and you start complaining, like, no, just take just a second to like acknowledge the shit and like what you're seeing. It's really nostalgia.
That's all kinds of, spoiler movie knowledge. My daughter walked in. Anyways,
There's just fuck. And now I
God,
feel
I
like
know,
I can't.
shit's fucking-
I was on to something. Yeah. Anyway, like people are blowing through fucking games and just saying like, "Oh, it sucks," but there's so much going on that you just have to appreciate at least.
just sit back and breathe and
Like,
play the game.
Especially now, like I think maybe it's different because we grew up like with 2-bit games.
Well, yeah, 'cause we grew up with video games.
Yeah, and I think like seeing just
Like everything to us was progressively better. Like on every level, story wise, graphics, everything.
yeah, and just watching everything evolve, and to just see a game like with just not even great graphics, but just wow, like that looks real.
Yeah.
Is like something that people need to appreciate, not just fucking
Those
trash.
fucking kids.
Because what's a game you don't like? Halo. You don't like Halo.
I don't like Halo.
But if you like look at the world and like the creature design and like the weapons design, like there's some dope shit going on in there.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
I can hate it. I can hate something at the same time respect it.
Yeah,
Like I hate Hitler, but I respect the guy.
the man can talk.
He's a fucking guy's an evil guy.
Could get a bar all riled up. Anyway,
A bar.
what's the
Bar mitzvah.
beer gardens? I used to. Why are we talking about Hitler history now? From video games evolving to Hitler. He would like rally people in like in bars,
yeah.
beer halls or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's how you kind of
That's how he
started out.
like got his start. Yeah,
He was a great
orator.
orator.
Yeah,
Is that the way you pronounce it? Orator.
orator,
Doesn't sound right.
orator.
I think it's orator. Either way, he speak good.
The man could talk.
So,
anyway,
you're recommending deal.
Let's get back to Last of Us DLC. So to me, it wasn't short at all. Like, especially with games like Last of Us, like there's scenes because it gets so like emotional. There's like scenes where, like oh shit, there's like 4 creatures like down the hall or whatever. So you have to like take it slow and you have to like really be quiet and not make any noises because they'll find us. Shh. And then there's scenes where you're just like you're fucking running and like oh my god, like there's shit going on. And then there's scenes that are just like tranquil where you just kind of look around,
like the giraffe scene.
Yeah. So there's
Sorry,
a lot
spoiler
of
alert.
there's a lot of parts like that. Like I don't see why people like even blasted through like that. Okay, so getting back to let's tie this all in together.
Quentin Tarantino.
He totally ripped off Last of Us. The Last of Us DLC.
Okay.
Here's the review. Not even a review. I'll just say some things I like.
An overview.
Whatever.
Or a commentary. An opinion.
Last of Us DLC. There's parts where, okay, the story is. I'm not going to give away any spoilers because it's a really fresh game.
Yeah.
But the basic premise is
It's
shows
a prequel.
Ellie's life. It's just a day in Ellie's life before, before she meets Joel and all that stuff. And before all like the Fireflies shit goes down. It's that, but intercut with this story
Is actual
is a part from Last of Us where I don't want to give too much away in Last of Us, but there's a scene where you are playing as Joel, and then it switches to you playing as Ellie. And there's a part in between there that this game kind of that the Last of Us DLC kind of fills in.
So is the main story before the outbreak?
It's two different stories. It's two different things
So before
going on.
and then during.
And it's intercut together. Like you'll play a little bit as Ellie, like pre-Joel.
Pre-outbreak or
not pre-outbreak.
So she's in the city still, and the outbreaks happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me explain this a little better.
Yeah, because she would have been born.
She was born in the apocalypse.
She would have to have
Because
been, right?
after
Like 16 years after.
after
right?
the intro, like after the outbreak happens, it says 20 years
Is it
later.
20 years
I think.
later?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she's only 14 in the game.
Something
I
like
think.
that, yeah. Oh, Ellen Page is gay.
I found that out. And,
I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
Because of the whole controversy with her and everything.
Sorry. Little side note.
Side note.
What was I saying? Okay? The Last of Us DLC. You play as Ellie, and you have a friend named Riley. And
black girl.
there's like a little like estranged, like you haven't kind of seen each other for a long time, and you end up kind of running around this abandoned mall.
Do they kiss?
And intercut with that is a little kind of, you could say it's a missing segment from The Last of Us.
Okay.
And they're intercut together. Like you'll play as Ellie for a little bit with your
Joel.
friend Riley, and then like shit will happen, and then it'll go back to Ellie trying to find things for Joel.
Well, you're not
and
playing
stuff.
as Joel.
You're always Ellie.
But in the story, in the present tense,
present tense. What?
Joel and Ellie story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
It
it?
goes.
Pre-Joel and post-Joel. That's how old.
Oh, it's post Joel or
No, not pre-Joel
present tense.
and present tense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know anything about this game?
No, I really haven't looked. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I've heard. I saw the review. I skimmed right over it.
It's hard because I don't want to like give anything away
Don't do it here.
to you. Yeah, and I don't want to do anything.
Two fucking viewers we have.
No, okay, fuck the plot. I won't talk about plot.
I kind of knew that already based on what I kind of scanned. I just went to the whole box. Yes or no? Should I get it? Kind of a really quick high level what it's about, what's good and what's bad about it.
Yeah.
What we want to know, Evan, is it worth the $15?
To me, yeah.
Those hardworking Americans
I fucking loved it.
have
And
to
if
drop.
you think of it, you're basically watching a 2-3 hour movie.
That's literally the argument someone else had when
I've-
someone complained about the $15.
Yeah.
They're like, don't you go to the movies for 2-3 hours?
Yeah,
It's the same
and-
thing. Yeah.
And that's
That's
hold
not-
too much weight, but
But a lot of people, that's their biggest complaint.
yeah,
Is,
and
I'm not going to spend $15. That's not my complaint.
to me it was fine. The time was fine. It was well worth my $15. I had no problem with length, anything. I got great stuff out of it. I loved it. I loved the DLC.
Didn't say that.
It was very, very moving. The pre-Joel segments, in which I'm glad we kind of like set up this thing about just like exploring stuff. That's the bulk of that segment. Like you're just exploring this mall
around.
and you're fucking with stuff. You're just talking to each other. You're really getting like character interactions going on. It's like revealing little things here and there, and there's no like tension stuff. There's no like ooh creepy stuff. You're really just like exploring this shit, and it's just kind of, and you're interacting and like breaking shit, whatever. Fun things that teenagers do.
Fucking hoodlums.
And that was one of the greatest things about this
better
game.
part
was
of the
just
DLC?
Yeah, was really just exploring this world, and it's all in a mall. Both segments are in a mall.
I mean, there's no death or fucking violence constantly. The game sucks. Fucking dicks.
And which brings me to the Joel segment, the present
Violence.
It is full of just tension and just everything you love about The Last of Us. Just this tense, really tense gameplay. Like, it kind of feels like you're playing The Last of Us again. But the pre-Joel stuff is very much like character driven and just kind of environment driven. What are you Googling? I can't focus when you're Googling stuff.
I could be wrong here, and I get shit wrong all the time, but
Yes, I'm listening.
no, it's not. Last of Us, there was an awards show last week. It took home like 20 fucking awards.
I can't remember.
I want to say it's the BAFTAs, but it's not the BAFTA.
Yeah, that's like...
I forgot what
else.
it was. Anyway, sorry. You're talking about how great the tension, writing-wise, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I absolutely... It was very, very moving story. And great... everything you love about Last of Us, it's there. However, bomb drop.
Oh, shit. We need a however button.
I don't think it's necessary at all to play it.
Back to my first point about DLC.
That
was never
not
a point
really
of mine. But
whenever you ever brought that up.
it is now. It ties back to my stance. Is it's unnecessary. Once you're done with the game, you should be done with the game.
See, I don't know, because for The Last of Us, it's very, very like story driven, very like character driven,
Absolutely.
very subtle, and just Last of Us is perfect fucking story and perfect storytelling, perfect characters. I'm about to just rave.
You're gonna cry. I'm about to cry.
And it's so complete and perfect, just the way it is, that you do not need to play the DLC for anything. And a lot of stuff that that the DLC touches on, I'm trying not to give shit away. You know already if you played The Last of Us.
Right.
So it's real what you learn in the... Trying to do this with some tact. What you do in The Last of Us and what you learn in The Last of Us, you could kind of fill in and imagine. And being that The Last of Us DLC shows you what happens, it's pretty much unnecessary. But it was an incredible fucking DLC. Very moving, just everything you like about like the characters and just like these little evolutions and the way you kind of see things grow and change in the characters like is present in this.
We talked about this before, but did you say Last of Us is your favorite game of all
Favorite
time?
game all time.
I think we both agree.
Fucking just best game
Yeah.
I've ever played. You can't. There's nothing that matches that level of
A lot of people
like
shit on
sophisticated.
it, dude.
I don't give a
One
shit.
guy shit on it. He had a YouTube video why he didn't like Last of Us, and his complaint was because he saw an early build of it, a demo at some like E3 whatever, and they were demoing stuff that wasn't in the game, like mechanics, like, and they're awesome mechanics, no doubt, like certain things that you can't do in Last of Us, like
fucking
live load a gun,
parachute.
no, live load a gun.
Okay.
Little things. I agree. It would have been awesome. But he shits in the game because of they're not in there. I'm like, you saw a fucking demo. Who gives a shit? It's probably I don't know what build it was, but You're gonna trash in the game because of that?
People trash shit just to be different, I think. And because like Last of Us is so universally just this is the greatest game ever. People like to hate on it just to be different and feel
Halo.
special. This is a little psychological, sociological.
Yes, they're called hipsters.
It's just cunts. They're fucking cunts.
I like that word better.
Yeah.
Cunts. Sorry,
Fucking,
ladies do not like that word.
they're cunts.
It's okay to call a dude a cunt, though. It's a dirty show.
They, yeah, I can't stand people like that.
So Evan.
What?
I forgot what to say. So there you have it, folks. Evan recommends The Last of Us DLC. It's measly $15. Naughty Dog is a great developer. Throw down some cash for him.
Dude, if this was just, let's say there was no Last of Us. Let's just say they release this game.
Like Walking Dead games.
I don't know.
They're like $15.
Let's just say someone released like, this short game. And, you'd have to kind of fill in some story. If The Last of Us was just a game on its own, if The Last of Us DLC was a game on its own.
It could carry its own weight.
Carry its own weight, fucking beautiful. People would rave about it and just adore it, saying this is some great shit.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But in the context, if you played The Last of Us and you're satisfied and you love it just for everything it is, you do not need to play the DLC. Because it really offers nothing new, but it does great. It does the great things that you liked in Last of Us. Again. Yeah.
All right. So I was looking at Last of Us and see what kind of just a real quick snapshot of the DLC reviews are going to be, and something caught my eye. Shenmue 3, 2014, folks. Do you see that?
Shenmue 3?
Do you see that?
I don't see it. I need my glasses. Oh, there it is. I hate when you hover over shit because then I don't look at what you're.
The one thing I'm pointing to with my mouse.
Last of Us 2 debate.
I'm not even.
Shenmue 3 in 2014. Wow. I've never heard of that.
Oh, they've been talking about it for a long time. This looks kind of definitive, though, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to click on it. That'll take me an hour talking about that. But
here's a little. I want to go back to Last of Us real quick. If just seeing Last of Us like DLC shit
tingles.
like it's just so fucking like it's very moving.
I'm on IGN just trying to see what their general review is.
And I think also because that the DLC is so short that here's one. It's not even a flaw.
Look at that. That's awesome.
An axe knife. Zane's looking at an axe knife. An hillbilly. Because the DLC is short, I think they did really try to go for like the emotions as much as possible.
It's funny. Completely contradicts what you just said.
What's it say? IGN says, Left Behind is a must-play for fans of the original game. The context it gives alone is worth the price of admission. Just make sure you steel yourself for the revelations you're about to uncover. I have to disagree.
I know you did already.
I have to say that you don't need to play it. If you play it, fucking fantastic. You'll love it. If you love The Last of Us, you'll love the DLC. But as a companion piece, you really don't need to play it. And I think there's also something I liked kind of not knowing what are you looking at, Zane? You're not even listening. You're fucking reading shit.
No, what that movie called that caught my eye.
Oh shit.
What it's called. Anyways, I'm listening. I'm just trying.
Spoilers. Don't look at any of this. And you're reading it. It says spoilers, and Zane's eyes got wide.
I'm never gonna play that game.
Yeah, I think you should. If I could let you borrow the DLC somehow, I'd let you. Um. Okay, so in the same context, after playing Last of Us DLC and seeing kind of like additional Ellie character stuff and like things develop, as great as it is, as fucking beautiful as it is, it really, really makes me not want at all a direct sequel.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, dude.
I hope to God it doesn't.
They're capable of it.
I have to say, like, Ellie could possibly be the greatest character in a game.
Wow, really? I wanted to fucking kill her before she went on her.
She was a cunt at first, yeah.
Until I forgot what act it is or what part of the story, but when oh, fuck.
Things just happen.
Fuck spoilers. If you didn't play this game, you're a dick.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler. After Joel gets hurt and she has to go on her fend for herself,
dude,
she literally just transforms like that.
Even like before that, like I was starting to like warm up to her.
Really?
Yeah,
I wasn't at all.
You know what's an awesome like little detail is when you first meet Ellie and you know she has to like follow you around. If you like walk past her, she'll like get out of your way, like she wants to like really keep a distance from you.
Yeah.
But as the game goes,
she gets closer.
She's like closer. She doesn't like move away or anything. Yeah, it's fucking just. I love that game.
Nerd alert.
I'm getting like the little butterflies in my stomach. Which that was an awesome, just tiny little detail that was fucking very like telling and very awesome.
I bet you no one else. I mean, obviously some people didn't really notice that. They still did it though.
Yeah, and probably just blew through the game.
Yeah.
It was good
running
short.
the time.
Just blowing shit away. Yeah, but if they made a direct sequel, here's the thing. I think they can do it. They can definitely do it. And I think it would be, I'd have to say it'd be good. I think there's enough like,
no.
Listen, there's enough character shit to where they can, I think they could actually like pull off a direct sequel.
I think they could. I have no qualms about that, or no doubt that they could pull off another. Well, maybe equally as a great a story because they have such a fleshed out universe and characters and all that. I don't want it though.
Exactly. I think like the characters are so, especially with this one, like you could see like, man, there's like you could pull from a pool of a lot of shit like with these characters. And I think it could like evolve more and you could do so much stuff, especially considering how The Last of Us ended. There's so much shit, like character stuff you could do. I don't know about story. Story's a tough one. But I think they're like talented enough to like be able to pull it off to where like, dude, that's a fucking good game. However, I do not want them to fucking touch it anymore.
You know, I'm sitting there thinking about this game. I think we've talked about this game in every single podcast.
Probably, yeah. It's just so fucking good.
We are the official spokespersons of Last of Us.
Like the biggest just fanboy. Should be the Last of Us podcast.
Just rename it.
I really think they could make a good game if they did a direct sequel. Don't do it, however.
Naughty Dog, I know you're listening.
Along with the rest of the world.
Don't do it. Okay, so enough of Last of Us.
Hold on. I was watching an interview with the creators and the writers and stuff, and they're just saying, I honestly don't remember what they were talking about, but I just remember like, wow, this guy is fucking brilliant, and he's very careful and very smart the way he goes about like storytelling and just and his influences and stuff. And so like the more and like after playing Last of Us DLC and watching that interview, I was like, wow, you know, I truly believe they can make a good direct sequel.
They're just
however,
They're softening you up, dude.
I just think they're fucking talented enough to
For when
do
they
it.
drop it, they're like, "Oh shit!"
It's good, yeah. And I think
was right.
they're like playing The Last of Us DLC. It was a double-edged sword because I was thinking, holy shit, like they are fantastic at what they're doing and just the writing, the way they're going about stuff. And just the depths of the characters. I was like, wow, they could really do a fuck. Hold on, I'm repeating the same thing. What was the double-edged sword?
Fanboyism.
Okay. I was like, wow, they could mine a lot of shit from these characters and just and a new story, whatever it might be. At the same time, when I was playing it, I was like, they should just leave it alone.
How many do they should?
Like it was starting, like as shit was going on, it was like, don't fucking go, don't just stop there, don't do anything more. And like as these little scenes were like progressing, I was like, it was so close to just like fucking up, and I was like getting nervous, like don't fuck this story up, don't screw up the characters, and just I was just hanging on, and like it would stop before it got to like a breaking point.
You know what they're gonna do? The new one's gonna be like from the perspective of a Spicer. the whole game.
Dude, I was thinking like I don't know why I was thinking this. It's just like fucking, I was just daydreaming of like a cool sequel, and I was like, what if it's just like an old man and his dog? I don't know why I was thinking this. And like, what if the dog like wouldn't be hurt, and it just got into some like dumb like puzzle game? Like, wow, you could send the dog and have him fetch like the fucking Molotov cocktail, and then you can throw it. I was just thinking all this stupid shit. I don't even know why I brought that up.
All right, let's move on from Last of Us. That's our Last of Us segment.
To just put the last nail in the coffin. DLC, fucking phenomenal, but unnecessary. And because it's unnecessary doesn't mean it's bad in any way. Just you don't need to play it.
Yeah, you need to like
as much brilliant shit as they did with new material. Leave it, because it's very, I could see it breaking easily. And do not do a direct sequel.
I had a question, but I'm gonna leave it.
Why? Just do it.
Her friend, the black girl.
Yeah. Riley.
That the same friend she mentions in Last of Us?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So we know she dies.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna confirm or deny.
She says she
anything
does.
You say. Who knows? I mean, if it's
okay. So we're coming up on an hour and a half. God, these are getting longer and longer.
They are. I think we're finding we probably just ramble and just don't shut up and go on so many tangents that it just fucking gets longer.
I bet you if we didn't pay attention, we can go for till this card is full or something to die.
We could, yeah.
So real quick, in this podcast, pod. They have a cool name. Podcast is a fucking dumb name. Walking Dead.
Now we're gonna go on. Fucking
really? Is that a tangent on that one? Really? Did you not like it?
Okay, we're talking about Walking Dead season
6,
5. No, wait, no, it's still season 4.
That's right, because it's a continuation.
I hate those mid-season fucking breaks.
It could be like
season 8.
Yeah, we're season 12 now because that mid-season bullshit. But
so yeah, Walking Dead, continuation of season 4 premiered last Sunday.
Right.
And we didn't get to go into it. And it did. It had a lot of viewers.
Thanks, folks.
So I heard. I don't know what to say, because we haven't even talked about Walking Dead that much.
We haven't.
And I don't want to give shit away for people that...
It's a week, dude.
Okay.
Fuck it. It's a week.
A
day or two, yeah, but a week. Tonight's the next episode.
True.
No.
Well, I don't know how many Fuck it, whatever.
Hold on, this is a funny story.
This is our podcast. We can do what we want.
This is a funny story though. Kind of funny story. I laughed on the floor almost, like literally in a fetal position. I was watching a tested.com podcast. It was a 30-minute one. It was a quick one. It was the two tested guys forgot their names, and then Jamie was there. And the whole podcast is about True Detective. I know. And they're all saying how it's such a brilliant show. They all said it's brilliant. Like, if you haven't watched it, you need to. But it's funny because Jamie is like, I love this show. I love this one scene. He's like, I just started watching it. Don't tell anything, but after this last part, what happens? You're like, huh? Like, that's episode 3. He started the fucking show watching episode 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he's like, that's how good the show is that I didn't need to watch the other 2 to really know what's going on. I jumped right into it and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ah, okay.
But like, they're like, yeah, you need to watch the first 2 episodes. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, with The Wire, my fucking favorite show ever. I started with season 3.
That's right. I remember you telling me that, yeah.
And just still probably favorite show ever. Walking Dead.
Okay, sorry, back to Walking Dead. I'm dropping like tested other podcasts.
Did you like it?
Tested.com. I liked it. I thought it was a good way to start off the new season, whatever.
The continuation.
I love Michonne. I want to have her babies. Beautiful black babies.
She's cool. She's cool.
You've never read the comic book. That's your problem, right?
Is it a problem?
It's not, but
I love Walking Dead.
I know. Sorry.
I'd love to.
She's a badass in the comic book.
Yeah, she's fucking badass.
Here. I thought it was a good way to kind of slow down a bit. I thought someone was gonna die for sure. I thought Rick was a fucking goner.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay.
I thought Carl was a goner.
I was hoping for Carl to goner. Carl, literally, for me,
okay.
I think universally was one of the most hated characters on the show. Right? Everyone hated him because he's just fucking annoying. Go back in the house, Carl. It's just fucking annoying. But season 3, maybe he instantly turned into a fucking badass. Right? Like I loved him probably more than anyone.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Because he didn't give a shit. He's like, fuck you guys. I'm not a kid anymore. Into the world. Let's deal with it. Stop being pussies. Let's fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Let's kill some fucking zombies. This episode, all of a sudden, he went fucking dumb and did dumb shit that he normally wouldn't have done.
He got cocky. He's been cocky for a while now.
That might be what happened. It annoyed the shit. I'm like, dude, you know better.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been like kind of like, I can do it myself. Oh, don't worry, I cleaned out the room myself.
Always, but it usually can fall. He fall through with it though. This time,
yeah. So
how many times did he almost fucking get? 3 times, 2 times,
maybe
at a minimum 2 times.
What I liked a lot. Okay, watching it, he was an asshole. He was a fucking douchebag.
But think about it though,
and yeah.
He has a right to be.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay, well, why?
He was what? Because they jumped.
They
jumped time. So I don't recall how old he was when it first started, but he's a kid, 8, 9, 10 years old, 11 years old, right? Maybe
11, 12 something.
Right.
I don't know.
Now
Whatever.
he's like 15, whatever.
Yeah.
So that time period, he had to grow up pretty fast. Lost his mom.
Yeah.
Potentially lost his sister.
Spoiler alert.
Lost we'll call him his best friend, Shane. I mean, his other mentor. He thought he lost his dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever.
So he's been through a lot for a kid. That's a lot.
Totally. Yeah. I completely.
So his whole fucking kind of like breakdown with his dad, I think is kind of allowed.
I completely 100% agree and totally understand
and didn't disagree
that he went through so much shit and he had to grow up fast and like all this stuff. Yet he was a cunt. Certifiable stamped cunt. Like Carl got his cunt stamp.
We need a cunt stamp.
However, like I was really disliking
Our podcasts
him.
are so not safe for work.
Yeah, I know. I really disliked him for all through season 3,
Really?
season 4. Yeah, and And I can understand like why, like, yeah, he wants to like grow up and be his own man and whatever, but he's just felt like, dude, no, you're too young and you're not like hardened enough. You're still a young fool to be doing this kind of shit. Don't go off on your own. And I totally understand why he wants to go off on his own, and he feels like he can do it, and he's growing up. Fine. However, he was a cunt.
Certified.
And especially in that last episode, like he's just yelling at his dad.
Oh, he's a full on, yeah.
And he was, and Rick was just laying there, fucking
like in a coma.
Dead. Yeah. And I was like, what? Like this is, and he's got so cocky, and
that's the brilliance of it, though. You think about it. That episode, you hated him, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
okay, hold on.
Okay. I think I know where you're going with this.
He was and he was just making those mistakes, and like, dude, you are a fucking idiot. You're gonna get killed. And I was mad because he was like so close to like just biting the dust. And towards the end of the episode, hot shot, fucking yeah, come get me. Yeah, I'm Carl. I got my fancy hat and my 6-shooter. Yeah, you can't get me.
That wasn't a 6-shooter.
Whatever.
That was a 6-hour 9mm.
It at the end of the episode,
it all came together.
It hit him.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not ready. I'm not the man that I thought I was. Yeah. I'm still afraid. I'm not ready, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a cunt.
That's why the episode was brilliant.
And yes,
they made you hate him, and all of a sudden, bam, you feel sorry for him again. He breaks down. Can't kill his dad.
Great. The kid's a good actor.
He's a good actor. That scene where he almost couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Kill his dad.
Yeah.
Whatever. You should spoiler it. I don't give a shit. That's pretty good acting.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck.
After that episode, I went back through my files, found Carl, and I erased the cunt stamp. Wiped it off. Carl is not a cunt.
All right. Well, Carl's no longer a certified cunt, and that is the end of the podcast.
This is the end of the podcast. This is a pretty long one.
It's a pretty long one. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I'm about to go watch
Walking Dead.
So
I'm gonna have my stamp in my hand,
just waiting. Have his file open, ready to stamp that motherfucker.
You know who I hated? Just a tangent. And I cannot remember her name. The blonde.
Lori.
No, Lori's the mom.
I know what you're talking about. She met her demise in the chair.
She really liked the fucking governor. I can't remember, but I hated her.
Isn't it Lori something like that? Glory?
I can't remember her name.
Woman.
Because it was a while. That was...
Yeah. Dude, no one liked her. No one.
Yeah.
Like, you read any review or whatever. No, literally... Next to Lori, everyone wanted Lori to die because she's annoying.
Yeah.
They wanted her to die because she's fucking beyond, like, needed to be annoying.
Yeah. You know who I like? It's weird. And I don't know why I like her, but she's like one of my favorite.
Carol? The old lady?
I love Carol. Carol's fucking awesome. She was like so like fragile and frail. Like I wanted to just slap her.
You think she's coming back?
And
she has to come back.
Yeah. She's too like cool not to come back.
Yeah.
I really really like her now.
She
just gets cooler.
She's like I killed those 2 people. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, they're a threat. Fuck them. This is the most like and drooled. This is the most like useless character.
I can't even think of who it would be.
There's only so many characters. Know her name now.
There's so many characters left.
She's the blonde young girl who takes care of
the baby.
Yeah. She does nothing effective.
Well, we don't know that. Behind the scenes,
she doesn't do shit. She holds this baby, and occasionally she'll sing like a folk tune or something.
Everyone has their roles, dude.
But for some reason, like she is the only one who hasn't gotten bitter at all. And for some reason, like I think that's that's why I like her. Like she's still kind of innocent. Yeah, she's
true.
probably all hardened now that.
I don't know what happened to her.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm not that far into the comic books, so I don't know. And I think at a certain point the show really deviates from the comic books. There's like fucking 700 fucking
Comic books?
There's so many.
Wow, I didn't know there's that many.
Grip. Obviously 700 is an exaggeration, but there's a lot. I mean, there's hundreds, I think.
Wow.
Maybe 200, 300, I think. Once again, I could be wrong. I don't know. But
there's a point in...
I think they really start changing track a bit.
I was watching... there's a point in last episode I was like, man, I think they're going to run out of shit. Like that fear kind of struck me.
Dude. Yeah.
But as that episode went on, I was like, yeah, no, there's still a lot to...
I mean, they can go for... There's so much content and material, they can go for years.
I hope it doesn't burn out, though.
It will.
That's what was cool about
because the comic book they're introducing new characters constantly.
Yeah, and I don't
but getting rid of characters also like that. So that's why it can last long.
See, over the last I guess last two seasons or so, there's been a lot of I guess there's new characters all the time. But the characters over the last two seasons have not been that interesting, really.
Like
there's
who?
Cuddy from The Wire.
Tyrese.
Tyrese
in the fucking comic books is a badass. And he's introduced way earlier. And the governor is introduced way earlier also. So they're stretching it out and putting more stuff, more filler.
Yeah.
I read the comic book like, oh, what? Governor already? Tyrese? The fuck? What the hell? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're kind of doing their own thing. Picking apart little things. So I mean, they can go for a while.
Yeah, I hope.
I think the problem is, it's gonna seem longer because these fucking mid-season breaks.
I know. I don't.
It seems like we're on season 8. We're like on season 2.
Yeah, which maybe is good because it seems like it could get tiring. Like when I first started watching the show, like I was just watching shit back to back, and it seemed like. It's gonna burn out soon, and I might get like tired of it soon. But no, it's been like holding itself up really well.
As long as they paced episodes with fast, slow, and kind of do it that way.
Yeah, they've been pacing it pretty.
I'll be happy.
Good. Yeah,
but I can't go one way or the other. I don't want 4 episodes of just constant action or 4 episodes of just fucking downtime.
Yeah,
a lot of people want just constant zombie killing.
There was a lot of
want that.
Downtime in season 2. I remember when they're just kind of at the farmhouse, fucking drinking lemonade and shit. Like, let's see, we could go talk about Walking Dead fucking forever. And it seemed like that's when I was watching. Is like, like I don't know if this series will last that long. It seems like they're already like running out of stuff, but no, it's been holding up pretty well.
Yeah. It has.
Why do you sound so down?
All right, so that's it.
This is the longest one so far.
Good night.
We need a good way to sign off.
Sign off.
Yeah.
God bless.
I'm Chainsaw.
I forgot I'm Chainsaw.
I'm Dave. And we'll see you at the movies.
We did it last time. It was not as cool.
Did we do that?
Yeah, we did it.
Ah.
We high-fived and everything. We do know. God bless is appropriate, right? Jehovah loves you.
We can... I don't know. We need like
What's Videodrome sign off? Is there a Videodrome sign off? You remember? I mean, anything from video?
I don't remember.
We should Jackson up in Videodrome. Videodrome.
What's like a cool like...
Buy
phrase.
Bitches. Buy motherfuckers.
I'd buy that for $1.
No, $1.
Is it $1?
Yeah.
I thought it was $1.
It's $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that. Oh.
Now we have to fucking go into this.
Dang it. I didn't want you to say what movie it's from. I want to ask people.
Oh. Who gives a shit? No one listens to this anyway.
Will does.
I'd buy that for $1.
I think it's $1, isn't it?
No. Have you noticed that you're wrong about everything?
no,
when
I'm
it
so-
comes to like factual
I'm
things
so
and years
old.
and
Years I'm really bad at. I'd buy a bite by that.
for $1, yeah.
I have a dementia, dude. It's 4 seconds.
It's just
I'd buy that for $1.
fucking
Shit.
brilliant.
I'd take that out now.
Do you?
Probably.
No, I don't think that'll.
No, on
register.
YouTube.
If this is on here, if this segment's on here,
That's all I can do is search for movies that are still in the theater on YouTube.
this is, huh? Are we done?
We're done. Good night. Bye bye.